The fourth Zombies movie just dropped, and wow, what a roller coaster that was. We got new faces, new powers, and maybe even a new generation stepping up. That's exactly why the fans, including myself, got even excited for Zombies 5. Now, without a further ado, let's break it down together and see just how far this story could go. Now, let's refresh our minds about where Zombies 4 took us. Spoilers ahead, we followed Zed and Addison to Camp Castle, where they stepped into counselor roles. Sounds simple until vampires and daywalkers showed up, both fighting over something called the blood fruit. Turns out, the blood fruit wasn't just a plot device. It unlocked powers and sparked a rivalry that nearly tore the camp. In the middle of it all, we met new characters like Victor and Nova. They weren't just background characters, right? We watched them in the front and center. So I believe this could mean a future that might not include Zed and Addison at all. And just when things seemed settled, a strange ocean vortex came next and left us wondering. I cannot imagine the possibilities this could take us. For the first time, it seems like the story might actually be ready to move beyond everything we've known so far. We've got new characters with background story and purpose. Victor and Nova didn't follow Zed and Addison around, and they had their own path. The setting, the tension, the final scene, none of it seems like the end, don't you think? So let's talk about what might be next, because there are some wild and honestly pretty convincing theories out there. The most popular one is mermaids or sirens. That ocean vortex seemed like a direct setup, and a lot of people online are reading it as a gateway to something underwater. When you think about how the movie ended, it's easy to picture a whole new world waiting just beyond what we've seen. One person even pointed out that the franchise keeps introducing new creatures tied to color and vibe. We've had green zombies, purple werewolves, blue aliens, red vampires. It lines up a little too well to ignore if you ask me. Another theory says we might be heading into an element-based arc, such as fire for the vampires, air for the aliens, and now water with what might come next. If that's the case, one Earth still remains as an untouched element, meaning there might be even more on the line. Then there's the idea that I find pretty interesting. See, someone claimed Zombies 5 could be more than a sequel. It might be a soft reboot, or even a spin-off. With Victor and Nova stepping into the spotlight, some people think we've already seen Zed and Addison's goodbye, and the new story will fully move to the next generation. But the theory I am most excited to share is that the ocean vortex is a portal to a parallel world, which sounds crazy at first, right? But in a franchise that introduced aliens from outer space and vampires in a summer camp, I don't think that's so far-fetched. Now that the franchise has always escalated with each film, I don't think Zombies 4 didn't bring us to a finish line. It's hard not to get caught up in the possibilities, isn't it? Now let's hear what the cast has been saying about the future. Milo Manheim, who plays Zed and also served as an executive producer, told Variety that the first 3 movies were one trilogy. Then this felt like the start of another, which suggests he's betting on Zombies 5 and beyond. He's clearly not treating this like the end. He even said, casting these kids, knowing that we were passing this torch on, it just became clearer and clearer that they are the right ones to carry on the legacy of this franchise. Passing the torch doesn't happen for no reason. It means there's more story coming. Meg Donnelly said Zombies 4 is the start of the kid's story, and if that's true, we've only seen the first half. The actress who plays Zoe, Kingston Foster, also said she'd love to come back, so if Zombies 5 is on the table, she's ready to be part of it. Meanwhile, on the red carpet, Chandler Kinney, who plays Willa, called this film a final goodbye for Zed and Addison. That might be exactly what opens the door for Victor, Nova, and the rest to take over. So, there's only one big question left on our minds: the possible release date. If we're following the rhythm of this franchise, there's actually a clear pattern hiding in plain sight. The first Zombies dropped in 2018, the second followed in 2020, then Zombies 3 landed in 2022, and Zombies 4 arrived in July 2025. So that's a new movie every 2 to 3 years, which means if Disney keeps things moving, Zombies 5 could appear somewhere around mid or late 2027. That gives just enough time for production to kick off in 2026, and by then, you can bet we'll be seeing new cast members stepping into their roles while the next storyline starts to take shape. Nothing's official yet, but you know Disney doesn't leave timelines hanging for long. Summer 2027 sounds less like a guess and more like the next stop, and if that's where we're headed, Get ready to see what's waiting for us on the other side. If you're just as ready for what comes next, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for more. See you when the next clue drops.